Welcome back, Dang Dog Bloggers, for another video review. This time we have another Hot Toys MMS Series 6 scale, this one being the MMS 291. Let me verify that just to make sure. This one here being a Sideshow, which is the official, I want to say they're the official worldwide distributor, or at least North and South America distributor. So this is an exclusive to Sideshow, and I do know that it was an exclusive in Hong Kong as well. This being a Stormtrooper, but more specifically a Space Trooper variant. When I first ordered this, a lot of my friends were asking me, well, what exactly is a Space Trooper? I mean, quote unquote, everybody knows what a Space Trooper is. Didn't get a ton of airtime in the, in the actual movie itself. From you really only see him. Correct me if I'm wrong, or see them. You see two of them in Episode 4, A New Hope, in the scene where the Millennium Falcon first gets, tractor, the tractor beam is pulling them into the Death Star for the first time. So maybe this will, jog your memory a little bit. The Millennium Falcon is going into the docking bay, and then you see the actual Death Star gun turret, and then you see two little space troopers standing right outside. And that's where the Space Trooper comes in play. If you've recently noticed a clip that we placed up of Battlefront doing the Easter egg throwback to the scene from A New Hope where the trooper actually hits his head going into the control room, it actually shows a Space Trooper in there, so that's pretty cool to see it in the actual game. But I've always wondered myself, just basically the background of a trooper. I didn't do a ton of research before going into this review. It's pretty basic the way you can, the understanding of the name, and then, figuring out what the figure's all about. It's a space trooper. So obviously you see what looks like a respirator tank, and then his air hose going to the helmet. So that raised the question to myself, what's the purpose of the helmet? Comms, sure, maybe. We can't say it's for tactical use, because if anything, I'd say it actually hinders their actual aim. But as far as the Hot Toys figure itself, it's pretty static to the old Trooper. The actual respirator out back does not remove, so if any of you guys get that or get this piece, don't try to remove it. Same thing with the air hose. They also say in the instructions, don't try to move the head around to where you're moving the air hose around too much, as it might damage it or come loose. This is a bit of an amendment to the video. What you're actually seeing is a reshoot. The actual video itself is going to be edited in. When you see the Space Trooper without his blaster rifle, that's the reshoot that we're doing. What I wanted to touch with real quickly, when I'm going to add to the what we've already talked about previously, is when you look at the back of his pack in the back, you're going to see two little, looks like little bells for his, booster pack. I'm assuming it's a booster pack. Those were actually detached in the box. We were hastily making the last video, during the Thanksgiving weekend, and didn't get a chance to actually notice it ourselves. Those two pieces were loose in the box. You can tell they've been glued in and they fell off. So something to check on whenever you get your piece. Simple fix. They, just took a little bit of nice hobby glue and glued them in together. But I did want to mention that for you guys to keep a lookout, and if you have to make any repairs on yours in the near future, it's not a tough one to do. So just the basic rundown of the figure itself, it comes with this really awesome and highly detailed rifle. It's a little different than the long rifle that comes with the 2-pack when you buy the standard Stormtrooper set from the original trilogy. This one is, this is probably the nicest piece I've seen come from Hot Toys as far as a weapon within the Star Wars realm. We actually got schooled by the female of our group. The lovely wife of the actual photographer for Mr. High behind the camera there at JH Photography Online actually schooled us that this is a actual T-21B rifle. Beyond that, it's a nice trooper. The thing that I really like about it is when I get to see it in this light here, a lot of people don't realize that the lenses on the actual figure aren't black. You know, so a lot of the old toys you just get a black painted figure, but this one right here you see a little emerald. It's supposed to be green, so you actually see a lens on this figure itself. That tells you the quality and the paint craftsmanship that you know, the head of you know, of artistic design and paint, Mr. J.C. Hung, is really paying attention to. So, big nod off the, you know, big, you know, just big tip of the hat to, you know, the detail that they go into this figure here. Not a ton of weathering, you know, which you're not going to get a lot of weathering in a Stormtrooper unless you go to the Sand Trooper, which we should be getting that in about 2-3 weeks to review for you guys. Outside of that, I'll talk about the articulation based off of the old figure. So you already know the head can rotate 360 degrees if it did not have the air hose. I'm not really going to push this limit here because I'm probably going to have him just in this museum pose as you see him right now. So probably a little bit of left to right movement. The arms can move 360 degrees, rotating around at the shoulders. I would say the right can probably fully do that, and so is the left if it wasn't hindered by the hose. Likewise, the cloth material underneath that will hinder it, because the actual armor pieces are pretty good about moving around, but obviously his clothes underneath is going to hinder him from being able to do 360 around. Typical ab crunch down low. Leg movement will swing, allow the legs to move 180 degrees front to back. Double jointed knees as well as double jointed elbows, which allow for a great free range of movement. The feet right at the ankles, just like the old ones, are just going to be you know, typical pegs in there, allow you for great maneuverability down there. And finally, the hands that come on actual pegs as well too. You get 4 sets of hands like usual. So you're going to get the fisted set, the relaxed hand sets, which one is actually relaxed and holding the barrel of the actual rifle right now, and then 2 of the you know, the gun holding hands, and then finally a set where it's kind of like a pointed, kind of a half pointed, half relaxed hands. Now, as far as accessories, or, you know, as I'd like to say, beyond the hands that come with this figure, you're going to get his standard blaster rifle that comes with all the other standard troopers. You do not get the excuse me, the long rifle in this, as you get this, this cool, you know, I'd almost say a bazooka if you could give a name to it. Beyond that, it does come with the respirator system that's in the back itself. However, there are pieces that remove from it, so I'll go ahead and stop it to show for you guys right now. Okay, well, to elaborate more, you have this this canister on the back. I've yet to ever read into what it is. I'm pretty sure, you know, between the 501st Squadron and everybody, you know, everybody's gonna know this. I've actually heard somebody refer to this as a thermal detonator before. So if I had to tag a guess to it, I wouldn't say it's a thermal detonator, because I've never seen anywhere in any of the movies where they grabbed one and hurled it at anybody. So the first piece of an accessory is this little chamber that actually comes out of the respirator system, quote unquote. It's just a tube with, you know, clear plastic going across of it, and it, you know, I'm not sure what it is. You know, if it's supposed to generate some sort of you know, some sort of some sort of I'm tripping on the word right now. It's life support. If it's supposed to give some sort of life support for the trooper, I'm not sure what they breathe, because you know, I stopped short of saying they breathe oxygen, because, well, they're all aliens, even the human-looking ones in the Star Wars universe. The other pieces on both of the back of the canisters, there's these more small little chambers, which I think are really nice pieces of accessories, and they just pop off on the back of each tank. You know, I wish Hot Toys would have gone a little further, and maybe, you know, obviously they detailed something that you're really not going to display taken off all that often, because it looks kind of bare underneath. So just, you know, I thought they could have gone one step further in there. Now, obviously they probably don't have any kind of you know, data to go off of as far as what's underneath it, but it would have been nice to have something underneath it. So I'm like, hey, if I'm going to take it off, it'd be nice to see some sort of mechanics underneath there in the canister. So that really does it for the accessories. You know, you get the 8 hands, so 4 sets of hands total. You get the this little life support chamber that we discussed here coming out the back. You get 2 pieces on the back of the canister. You get his standard blaster, and then you get this heavy duty blaster. Dang Dog Bloggers, I hope you guys enjoyed this quick video review of Hot Toys MMS 291 Space Trooper from Star Wars Episode 4 A New Hope. Please keep an eye out for a lot of video reviews that we should be bombarding you over the holidays here. So we are doing this on the eve of Thanksgiving. So from our family to yours, we wish you a happy Thanksgiving, and may the Force be with you.